All right, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're listening or you're watching. Welcome to this another edition of Intégration aux États-Unis. In this channel, as you all know, if you've been here already or if you're new to this channel, we talk about immigration here in the United States, mostly African immigration here in the United States. We share ideas on how to immigrate, how to live your American dream here in the United States, and also how to become successful, right? And today we'll be talking about uh, very important topic that people have been asking questions about, and it has been on the news for quite some time. And it's going to be about people that attempt to get into the United States through the Mexican, through Mexico, and getting into the borders. Since 2021, the Mexican police have been reporting multiple kidnappings in Mexico. Basically, mostly African and even Central American citizens that are trying to migrate here in the United States are being kidnapped in Mexico, and later on, those kidnappers are requesting ransom for their family members. So today, I'll be talking about what to do in an event that this occur. If you know someone that has been kidnapped, I'll be discussing on how those people operate. I'll also talk about what you need to do, you that if you get yourself into that situation, and also what your family or your relatives need to do in that situation. Also, I'll be talking about how to report those kidnapping to the proper authorities, and also we'll discuss about lesson learned, right? So if you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe, share, and like the video. And I think this video is going to help many people because we know that most African people and people from other countries or other continents get into the United States through the borders. And most of the time it's through the United States and the Mexico borders. And nowadays it has been very dangerous. And this message is to send out an alert to people that if you plan on coming here in America through Mexico, I would not recommend you to do so nowadays. Unless you want to go through what I'll be explaining to you in this video, and it's definitely not safe for anyone anymore. So please go ahead and share this video with all your contact, because I'm pretty sure that the information that I'm about to share in this video is going to help many people reconsider migrating into the United States through the Mexican border. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and start. So I have received multiple messages, and also I've known a couple people during the past few months that decided to get here in America through the Mexican border, and they got kidnapped. No later than 2 months ago, I have some relatives that actually got kidnapped while trying to reach the United States through the Mexican border. So those kidnappers are very dangerous. That's one thing that I need to put out there. Those kidnappers, they are well armed. They have weapon, heavy weapon. So those are not people that play, right? So this is how they operate. Usually, when people leave Africa or Europe and they try to get into the United States through the Mexican border, they have someone that they call the passeur, meaning that someone who's going to show them how to get to the United States border from wherever they're coming from, right? So most of the time, that middleman between you who's trying to reach the United States and that middleman, the one who's trying to help you from where you're coming from all the way to the border, he is in contact with those gangs and cartels that actually do the kidnapping. So when you get in touch with them, you pay them the money that they're going to require you in order to help you cross or help you get to the border. Once you made that payment, They are going to take you from wherever you are. For example, if you start from Costa Rica or Puerto Rico or Guatemala, they're going to take you from there. You're going to get into buses and buses and buses and cross all those countries that you see on the screen, and then you get to Mexico. That's where the real thing actually start happens. So once you get to Mexico, especially in Mexico City, and there's this little town, I forgot the name, I'll put the name on the screen here. That little town, which is about a couple hours away from the borders, that middleman that has been helping you throughout the way is going to get in touch with those cartel and those gang and give you your position, where you're heading to, the bus that you're in, your pictures and stuff like that. Basically, he's going to sell you to those people, right? And then he's going to get money from those gangs. So now those gangs are going to hijack the bus that is taking you to the closest city from closest city to the United States border. So when they get you, this is how they're going to operate. They're going to kidnap you from that bus. They'll take you to an unknown location. Most likely, they will be in the forest and the bushes and stuff like that. They are going to keep you there for a week or two. You have no cell phones, no communication with the outside. You'll be tortured. You'll be beaten on, and so on, for the 1 or 2 weeks that you'll be with them. So after that 1 or 2 weeks, they do that just to create panic and anxiety to your friends, your relative that would be looking for you and would have no information or nothing, no information from you for those weeks. So they'll be worried, right? So after a week or two, they're going to hand you back your phone. They'll ask you to call your family or call someone and let them know what is going on. And usually that call is about maximum 2 minute call. During that 2 minutes, during that call, this is the information that they're going to tell you to relate to your friend or your family. They're going to tell them that you have been kidnapped, and then tell them that they need to send money. Most of the time, those gangs are going to ask for $3,200, which is approximately 50,000 pesos. And then, after your family member has communicated that information or that message to you, they are going to send you the information where you will be sending the money to. And then they will tell you that once you send that money, they are going to set free your friends or your brother or your sister that have been kidnapped. And you have little time to do so. So you contact your family, you get the money, you send the money. Once they receive that money, good job. That's the first step. It's not over yet. But at least at that point, you're kind of 50% safe, because from there on, you kind of you will not be in the hands of those gangs anymore. So those gangs now are going to sell you to another group of people. Once they sell you to that group of people are actually the one that are going to help you cross the border. And then those people are going to require $10,000. $10,000. That's the amount they ask. Some people even ask for 12,000, but most of them they're going to ask you for 10,000. During that time, they will take you to another location, and that location will be a location very close to the border, about an hour or so to the border. Okay, so they'll keep you there. They'll give you your phone. You have access to your phone 1 hour a day, and that is just to communicate with people that are making arrangements to send the money. They'll provide you some information, bank account information, where your relatives are going to send the money to, and send screenshot to yourself so that you can show them that payment are being made for you to be released. So usually, um, once you pay that full amount, the 10,000, they are going to actually really help you cross the border. Okay, they have ways that they do, but sometimes it doesn't work. I've seen people that they try to help them cross the border, and then they got caught by the patrol, the custom patrol, and it happens. And that is not a bad thing for you, because at least at that point you'll be in good hands, right? So this is the best case scenario that can happen to you if you ever get kidnapped. I've also had people reaching out to me and explain to me that it's been a month that their relative have been kidnapped and they have never heard from them, and it's been 2 3 months. So sometimes those gang are going to kidnap you. They're gonna the family and relative are not going to hear from you for weeks, even months. And then when you hear from them, they'll ask for that money. And then while your family is gathering the money, you're being tortured. They'll torture you. They'll send pictures of you being tortured to your family until you pay the money. So that is another scenario that could happen to you. The worst thing that can happen to you is that you get killed. I'll be sharing a link here on this video of a report that have been made by this non-profit organization that actually gives a statistic of people that have been kidnapped, and some people have been tortured, like severely tortured, and some have been decapitated and killed. So these people are not there to play. They are not there to play. So be careful out there. Those people have developed a new business beside the drug cartel and stuff like that. They are kidnapping now people and requesting ransom. So this is how they operate. So now you have been captured. This is what you need to do. First and foremost, you need to cooperate. Whatever they ask you to do, just do it. Because those people, they don't care. They've killed many people. So killing you is nothing to them, right? It's not something that is new to them. No. So whatever they ask you to do, do it. Do not try to resist. Do not try to run away, because you'll be in places that you don't even know where you are. So cooperate. That's all you can do at that moment. Now, for your family and relative, please, please be nice to those kidnappers. Cooperate as well. Make sure that you start looking for the money that they are asking. That's number one. Okay? Start looking for money. Do not argue with them. If they ask you to send the money, tell them that we are working on finding the money. Once we get the money, we'll send it to you. So let's say they're asking for $10,000. Even if you have the $10,000 ready, do not send the whole amount, because if you do send that 10,000 immediately, this is what is going to happen. They will say these people, they do have money. They will try to get as much as they can. So instead of sending those 10,000 immediately, you tell them that, hey, we don't have money, but we are going to look for the money, and promise them that maybe within a day or two you will send $2,000, for example, and then you work and find a way to send money as you get the money. Okay, so usually take that 10,000 if you have it, if that's the amount they're asking, spread that out into maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then every 2 days send them maybe 1,000, 1,500, and so on. That way, the message that you're conveying to them is that you don't really have the money, that you're really struggling to find the money that they're asking for. And another message that you're sending to them is that you are willing to pay the money. So that's very important. Very, very important. This is how you would pay the money that they're asking for. Some people have also suggested that You meet them in the United States, and then once they hand you over your relative, you pay them the money, kind of like an exchange. I've had some conversation with some Mexican people, and they told me that that's how they did for their friends or family, and that was sometimes they will not accept it, right? They will ask you to send the money, and then once you have the money, they're going to have your relative cross the border. They will help him cross the border. So this is what you need to do, you as a relative having the money to send to those people. Now, in the meantime, you need to report them. You need to report to the U.S. Patrol Border that your relative, your friend, or your brother have been kidnapped while trying to cross the border. I will be providing links and contact that you can reach out to report such kidnappings. So these are the things that you that have been kidnapped needs to do. The only thing that you need to do is to cooperate. Now, your friends, family that are looking for the money, this is also how you need to behave. Be cooperative, work with them, and then send the money gradually. Okay. So, with this being said, please, please stop getting into the United States through the Mexican borders. This is for the people that are actually were even blessed to still be alive, because I'm telling you, those people, there are people that have been killed. And then I'll go ahead and also discuss about females. If you are a female and you plan on getting into the United States through the borders, please, please, please cancel that project immediately. In this video, I'll share the picture of 3 young Africans ladies that have been kidnapped for over 3 months today, and we have no information from them. Nothing. We have not heard anything. Nothing. They never call. We have no sign of life from them. And usually this means that those girls are being used for sexual trafficking. Period. Why? Because if they request the 10,000, the ransom that they usually request for male, that money, that 10,000 is nothing compared to the money that they are going to get while using those females for sex trafficking. They will get even 10 times. And then once they finish using you for a certain amount of time, now they're going to now call your family and then now request for that $10,000. So if you are a female, please do not even think about getting in the United States through the border. That's a no-no. So I just wanted to make this to make this video to kind of alert people about the situation, about what is going on in the Mexican borders. Many people in the past were able to get into the United States through the Mexican border, but nowadays it's very dangerous, very risky, and to me, I would say it's not a good idea for you to get into the United States through the Mexican borders. With this being said, I'll go ahead and share the pictures of those 3 ladies that have been kidnapped for months already, and we have not heard anything from them. If you know their family, reach out to them and let them know that they have been kidnapped in Mexico. That's where they are. And then I'm in contact with some Mexican people. I send them the pictures. If they hear anything, if they get back to me, please reach out to me so that I have the family contact if I hear anything.